The opinions in this podcast are all our own.
But the businesses are real chamber members.
It's a chamber chat.
Coming to you from Wahoo, Nebraska. Chamber Chat with Kate
And Kat.
Welcome to Chamber Chat with Kate.
And Kat. I'm Catherine Nygren, owner of Found and Flora Flower Shop.
And I'm Kate DeCoste, owner of Kate DeCoste Photography. This podcast is everything Wahoo Chamber of Commerce.
Well, Kate, we have another guest in the studio today.
I know. And if you're watching, we can't really do a big reveal because we can see you now.
Yes.
And my Wahoo shirt.
Yes,
Right.
yes. But if you're listening.
Right, we've got the one and only Theresa Klein.
Yes.
Executive Director.
So many people are happy about that. Of the chamber.
Of the chamber. I was going to say, we wear a lot of hats.
We
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Well, in a small community, a lot of people have a lot of different jobs.
Right, right.
I just happen to have those listed under my name.
Yeah.
So also the Greater Wahoo Development Foundation, which is our economic development organization in town, and the Wahoo Community Foundation. And it's Jennifer Woida and myself who handle those three. So I might have the executive director label, but
Title.
I couldn't do anything without Jen. So.
It's a group
Hello,
effort.
Jen.
Jen, shout out.
Yes. Well, I love it because if I have a question about pretty much anything Wahoo, I know who to ask.
Oh my gosh, you need to do a show just on the questions we get.
Oh, that would be
And
good.
Jen has the gems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's the first line of defense. Right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And it's just awesome. I had a call last week, and Jen happened to be out at a meeting or something, and I absolutely had to take a message because I said, I need to talk to Jen because she had the answer.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
We do get, but that is our favorite, is there's this sweet lady from Fremont who calls us regularly whenever she has a question.
Okay.
Oh.
And when we found out she was from Fremont, we said, well, would you like the number for the Fremont Chamber of Commerce? She goes, no, I like calling you guys.
You're more helpful than the my chamber.
Brenda and crew, we love you and we'll take care of her.
I love that. That's hilarious.
So yeah, that's
I think
what
she
we're
just
here
loves to
for.
chat. And
Yeah.
That's
we get our
awesome.
answers.
Yeah.
Right? We're her Google machine.
Yes, yes. She doesn't.
We'll do that.
She doesn't say
awesome.
hey Siri or hey Alexa.
it's
she
just,
says hey Teresa and
Hey,
Jen.
Chamber.
Right. Hey,
Yeah,
Wahoo Chamber.
yeah, Wahoo Chamber.
That's what we're here for.
So we did an episode with you probably around
It was
this
last
time
year, yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
And it was about Casey's, or the old Casey's,
old Casey's.
just around the corner over here. And you kind of have a little bit of an update for
Yes,
us.
I'm happy to do that.
I love that.
So, as you know, or if you don't know, I can tell you, the Greater Wahoo Development Foundation is who purchased that from Casey's.
Okay.
The corporate Casey's had not moved on it. I had a number of people that I had sent to the corporate office to purchase it that were interested, and
Right.
nothing happened, and it started getting run down and weedy. And everything.
Right.
And so actually the city attorney, Jovan Loster, reached out on behalf of the city and said, hey, could you please clean this up? This is kind of an important corner.
Right.
And they said, well, we'll sell it to you. And
And
the
you're
city
like,
said, the city said, we don't want to buy
We're not
it.
in the business of real
Hey,
estate.
Teresa, would your economic development group? And so our board looked at it and borrowed the money. So we aren't even though the name is is Wahoo Development Foundation, we
Sure.
are not a foundation with a lot of money.
Got
We
it,
are
got
just
it.
a membership group. There's one revolving loan fund we have that exists to support new and expanding businesses,
Sure.
which we've helped quite a few of. But other than that, we had to borrow money, like everybody else.
Right.
Right.
And bought it, but got a very good rate as a nonprofit. But we are, this past year, I've sent the information out a lot. I probably couldn't tell you the exact number, but it's more than 20 times, probably less than 100, but somewhere in there.
Oh, wow.
Often I just read the restrictions that Casey's left on it.
Okay.
So there's a 15-year lien of restrictions.
Okay.
Basically, they don't want another convenience store going in.
That makes
Right.
sense.
And they
Right.
can do that.
Yeah.
And so I've read that over the phone to a lot of folks.
Oh, sure.
And so it didn't follow up. any
Right,
further than that.
right.
But I will, just an update, we are working with a couple of folks that have developed proposals and ideas for it. The process we're going through is we had a subcommittee review of our board, and then they came up with some questions. Like, we want to make sure that they've worked with the zoning, Travis
Oh,
Beavers,
right,
with
right.
zoning, so that what they're proposing is viable.
Right, right.
You're not going to run into red tape later and go, wait a minute.
Right.
Right,
That
right.
doesn't fit there.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And then and then see if make sure their financing is okay and everything. It's just that we want to make sure that very visible corner is a active participating property.
Sure.
You know?
Yes.
As Wahoo grows, we need more services. We need more. We need more. We need more accountants and bookkeepers, and there's just a long list.
Sure.
And that will only grow. So what do we need? Let's utilize the space we have. So,
Right, right.
But we've got a couple of proposals. Possibly we have 2. Possibly 3.
Oh, wow.
So in the next couple of weeks, we're looking to. Our board. Now, I have no vote. No lobbying me.
You're the one but you're giving all the info to
Yes.
everybody.
We're just going to make sure that everybody has everything they need, and our board will make a decision, hopefully.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work out, we are still open to any and all ideas. And there's a very clear proposal. We need a business there that supports our community
Right.
in a positive, family-friendly, business-friendly way. So
Right, right.
yeah, so
Awesome.
we'll see.
Well, that's great to hear, like, that there are proposals.
Yes.
And because I know it's the kind of that thing where since the foundation bought it or economic development, and you kind of go, oh, I wonder, you drive
What's
by
gonna
it.
be?
What is it going to be? I wonder what's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
exciting.
and like everything, you'd like it done yesterday.
Yes.
Of course. Yes.
There's a lot of things we need yesterday.
Yes.
Right?
So it's progressing. I'm excited about moving on, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be kind of nice for you to be able to
I'm
have that.
not a realtor.
Push that off your
I
plate.
have learned so much.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
And working with just making sure that all the right information is in the right hands.
Sure.
It's just all I can do.
Right. Right.
So
well,
we'll see.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope
Yeah.
we will. I hope we to soon no longer call it the old Casey's.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You might still say like whatever it is, and someone's gonna go, "Where's that at?" At
And
the
then
old
you can say,
Casey's.
at the old Casey's.
But at least you'll be telling them there's a new there's
exciting
new
business
thing.
in town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
And now a message from one of our chamber champions.
Kat, have you ever thought about how lucky we are to have such a great healthcare option right here in our community?
Oh, absolutely. Saunders Medical Center is such an asset, and they really offer everything from inpatient care to outpatient services and even long-term care.
It really is impressive. And the best part, they use the latest technology but never lose that personal touch. They truly care about their patients.
Plus, the staff, there are neighbors, friends, and family. And it's really comforting knowing the people taking care of us are the people that we trust.
Exactly. Saunders Medical Center is always there when you need them, providing quality care close to home.
For more information, you can go to their website at saundersmedicalcenter.com.
But yeah, so city council meeting last night.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I need to watch it. I heard some reports from it.
Yeah,
but
I
was
need to
gonna
watch it too.
Go back
I
and
haven't
watch
heard
it.
anything about it. What's happening?
Well, I could talk about any of those things, but I hope that everybody knows they can watch the city council meetings
Yes.
live streamed on Saunders County Online.
yes.
So feel free to do that. It's something you can turn on and continue to do what you're doing.
Right.
and just kind of have it in the background. Yeah.
You can do the laundry. You can
Pour
yourself
a
dishes,
cocktail and
listen.
or you can
Right. Like it's not something you have to
Put
sit
yourself
and
up
really
on the
like.
recliner.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Tune into.
Yeah.
Yes, because that is our elected officials who are trying to not only enforce regulations but help everyone, have a wonderful place to live. So,
Right.
a couple of fun things. There's a ribbon cutting chamber thing
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday with Riffs. Pub and Patio. We're pretty excited about having Brian and Annette Eckleberry move to town.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's in the former wheelhouse.
Yes,
See?
the old wheelhouse building.
So I've had people like say just today someone was talking about it and they're like riffs. What's
Where is
what's
it?
that?
And you're like,
And I'm like the
wheelhouse.
old wheelhouse. Oh.
So they are extremely musical.
Yeah.
And so that is their theme, and it's gorgeous inside. They have been working hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Since
yeah.
last fall, wasn't
Yes.
it? Kind of last fall when they bought it. So all winter long, all spring long.
Oh,
Wow.
And just I don't know if you remember, you could barely turn around in those bathrooms.
Yes.
Yes, they were
All
very
new,
tiny.
much bigger ADA. It's all good.
Good.
There. But
Wonderful.
Yeah, hired a chef. They've got a new menu on. So, but Brian and Annette have a couple of bands. One of them is called Southern Nights. If you want to look it up on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm not getting any. I'm not.
You're not their
agent,
promote. Yeah.
no. But if you want to know, so they, right when Brian first said we're interested in buying it, tell us more about Wahoo, he came to our office and we visited. And he said, and we'd like to do could we do a street dance? And we're like, yeah,
why not?
We can do whatever. Let's just talk.
Yeah, right.
They have an open night. They were going to be playing at the College World Series on June 21st.
Oh, okay.
And the folks that were going to host them weren't able to get a liquor license and weren't able to get the location they were going to. So all of a sudden they had this open date. They're going to have last night they had a request for the liquor license and event permit.
Okay. Okay.
And they have decided they'd ask if they could do a fundraiser for the chamber.
Right.
And we said, the chamber, we have a fundraiser.
Right.
Yes.
We have sponsors. We're a membership organization.
Right.
So what else could we raise money for? And I said, how about the new Arts Council?
Oh, nice.
Near and dear to someone's heart.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
As of last Thursday, the bylaws were accepted.
Yes. And I hear that Madam President is.
Yes.
Short straw right there.
right, sucker.
Such a fun group.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
it's going to be a fundraiser. It's going to happen because I remember hearing about it. Like we kind of chatted about it, and we were kind of then we weren't sure what was going to happen. But exciting!
Yeah.
So it's actually going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I'm
And
excited.
Brian and Ed are going to help make it happen too.
That's
Nice.
wonderful.
They're looking at the possibility of either free will donations or suggested donation or something.
Sure.
So
Details to be figured out.
yes. So keep your eye on Riff's Facebook.
Barely
June-
a month into the job,
Right.
And they're already raising funds for town.
I know,
mean, that's pretty
amazing.
impressive.
Yeah.
That'll be
June
fun.
21st, you said?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
okay.
In the
Mark
block
your
in front of
calendars.
Riffs there
Yep.
on Fifth
Yep.
Street. There.
Oh, it's going to
Okay.
happen there. Oh,
It's
wow.
gonna happen.
I'm loving it.
They approved it. So
Wow.
Now
Thank you,
the
City
details
Council.
are
Now
how
that
to get it done.
right. Now that you know you can do it.
So yeah, if anybody's interested in helping,
Right.
reach out to
Yeah.
Brian or Chamber, or
Yeah.
we'll help make it happen. We're pretty
Yeah.
excited about that.
Exciting.
Very fun.
So yeah, and then there were some updates on the progress on the apartments at Camel Hall or South Hall.
Oh,
there on
Kennedy
the
College?
Kennedy College
Okay.
campus.
There were some issues with the water that have slowed some things down, but I think they're all working through it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So
there
hoping
might be
for
some-
Do they have a
progress there.
completion date kind of in mind, or
no,
hopeful?
the problems backed off what they were hoping for, so they got to
Gotcha.
figure that out.
Retool.
And then a big old excavator was pulled up in front of Wahoo Super yesterday.
Yes,
I saw
I did. I
that.
didn't see it, but you sent me the photo last night, and I was like, "Well, let's talk tomorrow."
Right?
I
Welcome
need
to
to
town.
know.
It's nothing like an excavator to just start people talking.
Right.
It hasn't been on the community board.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it on the community board, but I mean, that
Should've
is
put
where.
that picture on.
Yes, you should have been like, "What's
Talk amongst
happening?"
yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
just the photo, nothing else.
Yes, no comments, and just let it run it.
No. no. There's just lots of questions, but the city council has to approve. They had already approved demolition permit.
Okay.
But there's always the need for temporary fencing, and there's a lot of other steps and concerns that, it's so easy to look at something and say, oh, they're going to tear down this and they're going to build this.
Right. All you have to do
many
is
steps
to it. Yeah.
and it's so important to understand that it's privately owned, but yet they have to jump through a lot of hoops to get it done. But they also need to because it's right smack in the middle of downtown.
Right.
So it affects so many people.
Right. Right.
So keep watching the city council.
Yeah.
Right. Another
more that way.
Another reason to tune into city council meetings.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
They're going to have the juice.
Right.
They do. You got to tune in.
Yeah. Well, what's nice though, seeing that there is, something's happening.
There's progress.
There's progress
Yeah.
because for a while it's been it's been great because I feel like we need parking downtown. So having that as an extra parking space.
Right. I know.
But it is nice to know that something's looks like something's going to happen.
There was a comment, if you watched the meeting, there was a comment saying, can we put some teeth in that things have to be done by a certain date? Well, it's a private developer investing their own money.
Right.
This development group is investing their money. If I wanted it done fast, I should have bought it myself.
Right. I was going to say, technically, since they own it, they could
And
just sit on it and it could just exist in
Yes.
Yeah.
in
you
that
can.
until it falls down because it's their property.
Right.
But they are moving.
Uh-huh.
But
good.
it's a lot more hoops than you and I know about. I'm afraid.
Right. Yes.
So I'm not an expert.
And I don't want to know.
No,
I have no
no,
desire
I'm
to
fine.
know any of that.
I'm just going to be really supportive. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Meanwhile, I hope it gets done in such a way that it doesn't bother all the businesses around, because it is right smack in the depth.
It is.
Senior center. I mean,
Yeah.
You've got civic center.
It's right there.
Well,
Got
and
lots of activity.
on the way to the swimming pool,
Swimming pool for
yes.
summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball fields.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the.
let's find a better spot, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That's why I noticed the excavator.
Yeah.
I'll wrap this up.
Right.
Oh, fun.
So, and talking about just because of downtown, all that, how is everything going with the streets and stuff? What do you know? I mean, I know
in
that
terms of
the
the water,
getting the water and all of that.
boy, that water project is, it was 460 workday project.
Wow.
So it's over a year.
Yeah.
And I believe they have finished the last hookup downtown.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So you see concrete put in, and,
Right.
new curbs and all, but there's another step that we'll go through, and that is the city, when they're done with all the work, city goes through and checks everything, and if it's not done correctly, they have to redo it.
Just sign off on it. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
So,
yeah.
And for the yards that are still piles of dirt,
Right.
including the chamber.
Right.
Yeah, you guys
No
had a mess there.
picnic in front of our office this year. They will have a company come through, and actually a landscape company that comes through and landscapes it. I don't think it's sod. I think,
Okay, they grass it.
I don't know the details on it.
Sure.
Seed it.
Seed it, and then they follow up with it. So,
Oh, okay.
so
Nice.
hopefully-
So they'll leave
hopefully
it in good shape at the very end.
the goal is.
Uh-huh.
And, I'm so excited. The city hired Dave Hankey. I'm going to throw him under the bus. Dave was with JEO forever. And in his, this is not retirement, but he jumped on board with the city and is the project manager.
Oh,
And so
okay.
he is the one that is the liaison between making sure that the work that is being done is being done.
Sure.
And that the businesses know what's being done. And
Right.
just the communication is being made correctly. And when there's a problem, Dave.
Yeah.
Nice.
Broke, fix it.
Right.
And he's so knowledgeable. And he just knows what needs to be done. And so there's still work to finish it right.
Okay. Okay.
But when you're filling holes and moving on to the next one,
Yes.
there's probably some things that need to be tweaked a little bit.
Sure. Sure.
So
Well, but I do love the progress of it. Yeah.
It feels like,
yeah.
you know.
clean water is good.
It
Clean
is.
water is great.
It is. And I talk about Wahoo water all the time. I love
You do.
I love Wahoo water.
Yes, you do. I've heard the story before.
I do. I just love that we have
Just
it. And like when
don't-
I'm in Lincoln and I'm like, oh, we have to have bottled water, you know,
Yeah,
like I'm not
it's not
drinking-
Wahoo
I'm not-
water.
It's not Wahoo water. I'm not
Does
drinking
it
that.
taste the
No.
same?
No.
Yep.
Nope. Yeah.
Takes work.
Yeah.
If you want to see somebody's eyes gleam when you talk about water and wastewater,
Yes.
talk to Ryan Nurse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
When
right?
we had him on, he was
did.
very
He gets
excited.
excited
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Thank goodness.
Which is
we
the
have
perfect
him.
person
Yes,
to have.
yes, exactly, exactly.
And Ryan in the city, Ryan and Melissa, they got a additional federal grant to replace all our antiquated natural gas
Oh,
wow.
pipes
Okay.
downtown. The original
Oh,
stuff.
okay, okay.
And that was $1.3 million.
Oh, wow.
And that is, I think, in the planning phases because they have to design it.
Okay.
So new streets won't happen until that's done too.
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay.
So if you know your infrastructure underneath
Right.
is done,
Right.
then we can update the
Yes.
streets and the
Yes.
sidewalks.
Yes.
So it seems like it just keeps being pushed back. But when they got that grant, what a great way
I
to-
know.
Yeah.
You can't
So let's
beat up
just
grants.
fix
No.
up our downtown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then,
And do it right. You don't want to be like, well, we want to make it look pretty and then have to tear it all
And
up
fix and
and
fix.
fit. Yeah. Like
water
I
mains
feel like
break.
yeah.
Oh, man.
We've had that.
Yeah.
Just ask down on your other corner down
Yeah,
Fifth
I was
Street.
going to say when we were in the old store, like in front of
yes.
the bakery, it was just like,
Oh.
Kept popping.
all the way down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In front of Sassafras.
Yes.
And they had that
Oh.
huge
They
between
did.
Dollar General. That
Yep.
was a
Oh,
big
that's
old
right.
waterfall
Yes.
there.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. No more
Yes.
of
Nope, all fixed.
that. Yeah, so that'll be fun to get that. But construction is progress. So
It is.
Talking about sassafras, I was just thinking about this because I was driving by with the Nebraska passport, and we have that scavenger hunt.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Angie has put some fun things in the because one of the
Yes.
things, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
giving away a scavenger hunt thing, but
if you're out looking for
if you're looking for a spot over there, she has like. It's like, do people write things?
Yeah.
I want to go get out of my car and look because it's like
the
little.
scavenger hunt.
I need to, even though I'll be like, yeah, I know where this is,
Right.
since I made the scavenger hunt. But it's cute. Like I was driving by and I saw the little Post-its
yeah.
in the window of this spot,
Location.
Right.
and yeah, it's super cute. I love that. It's something we're utilizing because people love old
Right.
phone booths anyway.
They
Yeah.
do.
And they like the history of it with the David Letterman. But even if they didn't know, they
Right.
still just love a phone booth.
Right.
And then it's cute to have
Yeah, a
little
little
notes.
interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little question. I think
think
you
the
fill out the
more-
answer
Okay.
on the
Okay.
sticky note and then stick it on the
Okay.
wall.
I'm
Yeah, it's
excited
cute.
about how much we can get other businesses involved.
Yes.
And thank you for handing out maps
Yeah.
of downtown. Anything, all the stuff you're doing to get people to say thanks for stopping in.
Yes.
Passport stamp.
Yes.
Now go down here, or
Right.
go here. And then look, if you look this direction, if you go that direction.
Right.
So I
Right.
appreciate what you do with that because I know that they're spread them around town.
Well, and what's great about having the Nebraska passport here and having it downtown is then they can just walk really, to, at least to the downtown. And if
Yes.
they want to go to other locations in Wahoo, not everything is walkable. I mean, it could be, but
Right.
time wise. But it is nice that they're like exploring Wahoo. And I feel like a lot of people we've seen on social media where they're like, oh, that was a great idea. That was a good thing for that town to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think when you go on those Nebraska passport adventures, you're not
They're
just
looking for more fun.
Yeah.
You're
It's not
going because
just
you have to.
Right.
You're going
right,
because you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regarding the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Which is on our app.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
The first day that you had it on,
Mm-hmm.
that was someone walked into our office
Oh.
and asked a question.
Oh.
And Jen and I were talking about something else, and she had to say it like 3 times.
Uh-huh.
And she was asking for the location, which happened to be near where our office is. I'm gonna say.
Oh, yes,
But it
yes.
took Jen
I
and
know which one you're talking about.
seriously at least a minute to understand what she was talking about. And bless their heart, they were from out of town and they were doing the scavenger hunt.
Nice,
Yeah, it was
nice.
awesome.
Yeah. So
fun.
anybody can do it. Anyone from out of town, downtown, in town. And you just find it on the app under events.
And
yeah.
great
It says scavenger hunt.
prizes.
Oh my gosh, the
do-
prizes
the
are
prizes
amazing.
Yes. When I was like, I kind of was like, maybe I need to do the scavenger hunt. Be this walk in and be like, I did it. Because I wanted one of those prizes.
Thank you.
Yeah, SMC was so generous.
Thank you, Saunders Medical Center.
Was it Saunders Medical Center?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
like good prizes.
Yeah, and I love that some were there's like two, like one's geared toward adults, one set is geared toward kids.
Yep.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Because the people that came into your office, were they adults or
they
kids?
were adults.
So then they weren't
They
like
were older adults.
yeah.
I thought that was
nice.
so cool.
Yeah.
They were out there doing a scavenger hunt.
I love it. I love
I
it.
know it. Somewhere near our location.
Right. So now you have
Give
two
it away.
clues.
I don't want to give it away.
Yes, two clues
That's awesome.
for that.
That's awesome. One other thing I wanted to mention is coming up this week, or actually, there's a lot of folks in Wahoo, actually, anyone a Wahoo Utilities customer will be getting a mailing asking, the letter says, please open.
Don't throw me in the trash.
And it's a survey, and it's an income survey,
Oh.
which is people, and my immediate reaction is like,
Hey, I don't want to tell you what I make.
yeah.
Right.
And what it is Wahoo, many federal and state grants and private foundation grants are based on your income level, your average
Yes.
income level, or there's something called LMI. What is your LMI percentage, which is low and medium income levels.
Oh, okay.
And so that is based off the census, which is every 10 years.
Sure.
Okay.
We are growing.
Yeah.
We have we're very blessed to have affluent people moving in.
Sure.
We are also blessed with people who are working hard to keep shoes on their kids' feet.
Sure. Yes.
But we want to make sure that we are able to serve those and have a better perspective of what we need to be doing to take care of all of our residents. So this is an income survey. It's a QR code. It's being handled by SEND, Southeast Nebraska Development District.
Okay.
Totally anonymous.
Nice.
Even though you have to verify a code or your address.
Oh,
There's
sure,
no
sure.
name. It will come
It
to you
won't attach.
resident.
Right. Yes.
We really, really hope everyone fills it out, especially those working 2 or 3 jobs.
Right. Right.
Because we want to really be able to show there are people that we need to serve
Could
better
use
in this
some
community.
affordable housing.
Yeah.
Affordable housing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So that survey, I just wanted to shout out to Please. They Melissa mentioned it in her city administrator comments last night.
Okay.
But she mentioned a lot of things. She's got a lot going on.
She's a busy girl.
There's so much going on. So one of the other things she mentioned, so please open, please fill out.
Yes.
And don't worry, nobody will know details.
Who
But
you
hopefully
are.
help us be able to qualify for more grants.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Or funds.
Sure.
Something that can help us help more people. The other thing that I'm working on.
Yep.
Why am I
So
carrying
you got-
around these?
you got
Yes.
Flyers. I can't show it to the
Yeah.
camera,
A
but
little
anyway,
bit. Yes.
So actually tomorrow we're working with SEDAC, which is Southeast Nebraska Affordable Housing Council.
Okay.
So there are some funds. It's called the Nebraska Affordable Housing Trust Fund. And many communities across the state have applied for and received those funds. And we are SEND, Southeast Nebraska Development District. Their crew is really wanting to write a grant proposal for these funds.
Okay.
We have to raise, the we is editorial. I'm working with, it's kind of on my shoulders, raise $75,000 for a 10-to-1 match. So it would be
Wow.
a $750,000 revolving affordable trust, affordable housing fund.
Okay.
Wow.
They will be, with it, they would build 2 to 3 homes a year.
Okay.
And then actually they'll defining affordable
Sure.
is scary
Right.
these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's affordable to one person is it not for the next. Yeah.
So they're smaller homes.
Sure.
They could be as small as 950 square foot, 2-bedroom. They would have a full basement. It would be unfinished.
Sure.
But we want to get as many like families into homes as possible so that they can build equity.
Yeah.
We have a lot of workers that live in Lincoln, Omaha, Fremont, or smaller communities, which is great.
Right.
But if they want to live in Wahoo and want to work, I mean, our postal carrier was driving from west of Schuyler.
Oh, wow.
We had her too, yes.
Until she had her second child.
Yes.
And then she moved to Schuyler.
Yeah, she moved a little closer to home.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's working in Columbus now.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yes.
I mean, people are driving far to come and work in Wahoo. So how can we help them live here?
Right. Right.
So I'm working on that. There
Nice.
is Send will be at the library at 6:00 tomorrow
Thursday
night.
Yep.
Sorry, Thursday night. When do you turn this loose?
It'll be the day after, but
Never mind. This used to happen.
But they're coming.
They're coming.
They're coming.
And if you're interested, please. There's some information online. We'll make sure it's online. I forgot.
yes, we can put it. Yeah, that's okay. But we can put it online.
Pre-recorded, but it's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, so it's something that we're affordable housing. If we can build a smaller home for, and we aren't building it, they are building it.
Right.
Right.
And then they're offering some down payment assistance. So like,
wow.
$10,000 would be the minimum to help get people into homes.
Okay.
That's
And
wonderful.
that's something that's like I really want to help do.
Yeah.
As we grow, we need to grow for all people. So
Yeah. That's
Okay.
amazing.
It's done. That's all I wanted to
So
say.
you need to find $75,000 though.
Yes.
Just
Folks.
lying around.
Yes.
Folks. By the time you hear this, hopefully it'll be done. But it's a grant that they're writing and submitting this month. We won't know about it till later, but they think it's till probably this fall. But yeah, they think Wahoo has a good chance for it. So
Nice. That's awesome. I
gotta
love that.
try.
I know.
Yeah.
Those are the things.
Well, if
that
the
I need
resources
to
are
do,
out there,
right?
yeah.
Right.
So that's the things that I do. Often no one knows about.
Right.
It's one of the hats you wear.
Yes. Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. Anyway,
Nice.
I'm going to take a drink of water.
Oh yes, do.
Come on the podcast,
Right?
Let you drink out of a cool cup. Anyway, you guys sell these?
we should
Have a
We
merch
should
store.
Have a little merch.
store?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chamber Chat merch.
Yes.
You never know.
You never know.
It's a good size.
It is a nice size.
Whole lot of
Yeah.
coffee.
For some reason, I think it'll make me laugh.
Yes. Yes. You can like hear them laughing out of the cup.
Oh,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
when you tip it.
Record a laugh.
Yes.
When you tip it, it
When you
sounds like.
tip-
Oh dear.
See, I knew you guys could do it on cue. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes during my workday, I would need that.
Yes. Yes.
A little brain cleanse, a little.
Yes. All is good.
Yes,
Anyway,
all is
I
good.
so appreciate what you guys do.
Well, thank you.
So
Thank
that's
you
all
for
I wanna
coming
say.
and
Yeah.
chatting with us
Yes.
today.
Lots of things
And
going
giving
on.
us-
the roundabout
Oh yeah.
No,
Do you want to talk
yeah.
about the roundabout?
or the cemetery or
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, the
We have
cemetery.
we have a lot of things.
there's others you can probably.
Yes.
And the cemetery was that on? Can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
That was on last night.
On last
Yes,
night.
solar
So
lights.
listen
yeah,
to.
solar lights. So that was one
Yeah.
of the things. So I'm on the cemetery committee, and that was one of the things that was kind of like on the fence. Some yes, some no. Like there's kind of like tradition of having solar lights out in the cemetery, but there's also like a school of thought that it's like the dead should rest and there should be no lights on at night so they can rest. It's kind of a traditional. So it's kind of like one of
Wow.
those like,
It's getting deep.
yeah, I know.
We're getting deep here.
I know. You should come to these committee meetings.
I would just speak
But-
to it. I bet my dad really doesn't care.
Yes. And there's that.
There's that.
So at first they had the solar lights, they've been we've had these rules on the books for a while. And like last fall, we're trying to kind of reinforce like what can and can't be put out there, mostly
Sure.
for safety concerns for the workers. But solar lights was one of those things. It's like, okay, they have plastic pieces. They can kind of break down. The plastic gets hit by a mower. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's
sure,
a
sure,
little bit
sure.
of glass in there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like, let's not have the solar lights. Well, there's a lot of people that feel passionate about the solar lights. And one of the stories was actually really cute. It was a lady that had a sister that passed away quite a while ago, but she was always scared of the dark. And in the farmhouse they lived in, they had the farm light outside of her window.
The yard
so
light.
it was always, the yard light was outside her window. So she never had to be in the dark, and she passed away quite a few years ago. And that was just something that was really comforting to the mom. She always had a light on.
Oh my gosh. So after the blizzard, I stayed at the house. My husband and I stayed. We were without
no power.
We were on the Weston line.
Yes.
So until we're 10 and a half hours short of a week.
Right.
But I have to tell you, looking out the window as I go to sleep, as I lay down, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's completely dark because I see my neighbors. Those yard lights out in the country.
Yeah.
It's like, and all of a sudden there was none. But what was fascinating was 4 days later, all of a sudden I saw some as OPPD.
So I'm sure making their way down.
Butler Power, Wahoo Utilities, OPPD.
Yep.
So you could see them more and more, and it was so reassuring as I was shivering in my bed.
Yes.
You could see the
it was happening.
It wasn't too bad, but it was like, see,
they're coming.
It's coming.
Right,
Yes.
right. It's closer. It's closer.
That is so awesome. So I could see that. So they approved it.
Yep. So
So
they
now
went back to
solar-
the city council and said, you know what? There's a lot of people that want these lights. Let's go ahead and add them back into the things that are allowed in the cemetery. So that was approved last night.
One of the things traveling through Europe last fall when I was visiting our exchange daughter, cemeteries totally lit up, often with candles.
Oh, wow.
That is beautiful.
I bet it is.
Lots of different lights in colored
Okay.
and lots of candles.
Okay.
So in Europe,
They don't rest.
they don't rest.
No.
They are celebrating
They're
every day.
partying out there.
And they're it's usually a family gravesite, so it's like lots of people. So there's lots
okay.
of lights. So there's big puddles of lights.
Oh,
It
wow.
was fascinating driving by there, and it
That's
made
stunning.
me. It actually was very cool. It made me think about how many generations were being remembered. So, way to go,
very
City
fun.
Council.
Well,
City
yay.
City Council. So
Well,
bring back your solar lights.
Yard light.
Yes, you can
Yes,
get a yard
yes.
light.
I was just
Check with
thinking,
the
I was like,
family.
well,
Right.
I can.
But yeah, if you haven't been out to the cemetery, they're really doing a lot of stuff. I talked to Joe Wynn today, and they are like doing a lot of painting, especially to that military area by the cannon. They're doing like lots of
good,
cleaning,
good.
painting. They're painting up the flagpole. We talked about maybe doing some planters out there. They make it really nice for Memorial Day and
Memorial
summer.
Day.
So yeah,
Yay.
so
I did notice
lots
that
of good
there's
things happening.
garbages out there, which I
Yes.
liked because I never can find a or I couldn't.
Where do you throw
past.
things?
Yeah, because there would be like somewhere I'm like,
Where do I
do it?
yeah.
And I just put it in the car, and but I was like, ooh,
yeah, new
garbages
new
out
branded
here.
garbage cans.
The fact that I'm and they're branded, yes.
Yeah, they've got a
the
city-
fact that I
the
was very
city
excited
logo
about
on
a
it.
garbage can, but no,
yeah.
I'm very easily pleased.
We
But
call
yes,
those
and I did
easy
like
keepers.
yes, and I did like that it was branded. And
Yes,
yeah,
you knew it
yeah,
was
I knew it
supposed to
was
be there.
a real. Yes, it was supposed to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nice. Well, I'm excited to let people know that they can.
Yeah. Bring your
light
solar
it
lights
up.
back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bring
so
the
yeah, there's a
yard
good
light.
group of people working on it.
I love it.
Good. Good.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You on that committee.
Yeah.
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 It's nice to get things open, talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be just complained about.
Right.
Right.
Things can get done.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys are listening, and it's
Mhm.
and I think that will be good, and still having like the cleanup times, and I think that will help, like, say with those lights.
Yeah. So if one's deteriorating, you know,
like
Take
get it out of here.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it is in the cemetery. If you're traveling through because you're out of town, you leave your silk flowers for your relative, and
Right.
then
Right.
5 years later they're falling apart and blowing
Right.
around, and so having that cleanup kind of just
Just
keeps
kind of
the deterioration
Right.
down a little bit.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
It's a good
all
thing.
good things.
Yeah.
All good things.
Awesome. Awesome.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yes.
Wow,
Thanks for coming.
we covered a lot.
We did. We got a lot. I think this is, I mean, your last episode was our highest ranking episode.
So I need to pump everybody up. Come
yeah.
on.
Right.
I feel like this is even more
You know what?
information.
Maybe I need to call my family to watch it.
Yeah.
That'll up the
Yeah.
numbers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'll boost the numbers for sure.
I'll promote it on Facebook. What do I win?
That's right.
Maybe a cup.
Maybe a mug.
There you go. There you go.
Calling my sisters.
Well, again, thanks, Theresa.
Yeah.
And everybody listening or watching, thanks for listening or watching. And don't forget
To keep it local, friends.
This has been a Chamber Chat
With Kate,
and Kat.
see you next time.